this is a feature called The Beautiful Game. We'll get to know a bit more about yourself and your footballing background. First up, what team you support?
Liverpool.
And how come is it you support Liverpool?
It's a strange one really. All my family, they're Everton fans, but one of my best mates was a Liverpool fan, and so was his dad, and he wouldn't let me in the house unless I supported Liverpool when I was younger, so it's just come from that really.
And can you remember the first football match that you attended?
Yeah, I think it was Liverpool-Chelsea. Liverpool won 2-0, but my dad had to take me, it was for my birthday. But he's a blue, so he wasn't too happy.
Is there a particular Liverpool kit that brings fond memories, or one that stands out for whatever reason?
I always remember white and green away kit, it was, squares.
And which team stood out when you were growing up watching football? Who were the best team around at the time?
England or any team?
Just any?
Probably Barcelona and Real Madrid. I think at the time when the likes of Figo and Zidane, Rivaldo, Ronaldinho, those type of players, I'd say them too.
And you might have covered it a little bit there, but who were the best players in the world when you were growing up watching football? Can you remember ever looking up to a particular player?
I wouldn't say I looked up to those players, but obviously I like watching them. The likes of Rivaldo, Ronaldo, Ronaldinho, Figo, Zidane. I think it was obviously the time when it was the Spanish games on Sky, so we used to watch them. Even like Danielson. But obviously me being a Liverpool fan, I probably looked up to Jamie Carragher.
And how old were you when you first started to play football?
First proper team was probably about when I was 6 or 7.
And at what age did you realise that you had a chance of playing football as a career?
I don't think you realise at any age that you've got a chance of a career. I think when I got offered a scholarship at Liverpool, obviously when you turn 16 and then you get a 2-year scholarship, obviously that's a big stepping stone towards becoming a professional. And after that, then I got offered after the first year through that, first year 18 months, I got offered a professional contract. So I'd say around then that was probably one of the most important times in football, and I had good people and good coaches around me at that time to develop.
And what was the name of the very first team that you played for?
Town Green it was called.
And who was the first manager or coach that you came across in football?
But obviously when I was at Town Green it'd be John Critchley.
And who's had the biggest influence on your footballing career?
I'd have to say my mum and dad, my brother, and my family's been there, obviously supporting me through the good times, the tough times. They've always been there for me, giving me advice, and obviously kept my feet on the ground. So couldn't thank them enough for everything that they've done for me in my career. But also on the coaching side, I've been fortunate enough to, I think, take a lot from a lot of coaches and try and take every little bit that I can from them. But when I was at Liverpool growing up, it'd have to be the likes of Steve Highway. He was a massive influence. The standards that he set and the discipline, and his coaching was second to none. So I have to say the likes of him, Dave Shannon and John Owens. And
can you remember the first captain that you played under? What was he like?
Obviously I was fortunate enough to get a couple of games at Liverpool, so it was Steven Gerrard at the time, and I think that goes out saying what he was like. Just led on the pitch by example. But for talking from when I left there, I went on loan to Swindon for a few months, and it was Gordon Greer. And Gordon's had a great career, and it was great to go out on loan and to get that experience and to get those league games, and actually to see how these lads who have played a few hundred games in the league, these experienced lads, how they prepare, how they train, how they go about the business through the week and leading up to games, and obviously to get all the experience I can in the games as well. Gordon was a great captain. He trained hard every day, wanted to be the best, looked after himself right off the pitch, give everything on the pitch.
And finally, what game, there might be more than one, but what game stands out as the best game that you've ever played in?
Quite lucky that we've had some great games here over the past few years and since I've been here. Leeds at home is definitely up there. When we got promoted, and Villa away as well. atmosphere, and that night was incredible. But I think I'd have to say Chelsea away.